hope you enjoyed that bit of footage. We'll just see if we can get that to move off nice and smoothly from the station again, and then we'll have a look over the boxes. So as you saw, there was some smoke at one point in that section of footage. Now, to get that to smoke, you've got to run it incredibly quick, and then I had to slow it down to get it into those shots. So I don't know whether we can get a little smoke. Let's wind that up a little bit and see if we can get a little smoke coming out of that. Let's see as we come back to the station. You see it there, just beginning to come out. And we'll wind that up a little bit more. Let's bring it to a stop in this station. And let's see how we're looking. We're getting a little bit of smoke there. It depends what you're viewing it against, of course, as well. If you view it against a darker background, you can see a bit more smoke. Now, I'm just going to move this because I've just tripped over that already. Let's see if we can get that out of the way. And let's see if we can fire that up again. So, lovely model this. Loads of power on here. Let's see if we can get some smoke. I'm going to calm that down a bit. And just see a little bit of smoke coming out of there. One more go and then we'll calm it all down. So you can see in just a little bit puffing out there as it comes along there. But now the power's gone, that's all just going to die off. So I'm going to bring this onto the sort of long passing loop here, so we can have a quick look over the coaches. Let's see the odd puff of smoke coming out there. Let's have a look in there. Yeah, you can just see the smoking tube when you look down there. I'll leave a little video of it on the rolling road at the end, so you can have a glance at that and see the smoke sort of jumping out of the tube. Right, let's open a point. Looking behind me, trying to get this one here. So let's go curved. Makes a great smell. It's probably not terribly good for you. Let's see if we can roll that around there and get that on the inside there. Gentle stop. So let's have a quick look. Let's look at the boxes first. So R.356 Battle of Britain class loco, named Winston Churchill, with smoke and magnetesian. So it is quite a powerful thing. So lovely Trying Railways box. There's a little scribbling on this end, and there is a price on that pricing spot there. Can we just see that? Can't quite read it here, is it? 67 and 6, and I don't know what that's been. Somebody's been trying to make something illegible there. Sadly, no paperwork with this, so just the box. And then we've got the R38 tender. Let's have a look there. So this model available from 61 through to 69, and then there are some other variants of it in the early 70s, and I've got an 80s variant of it as well. I'll leave a link to some of those in the description box below. So we've got a utility van there. We'll grab focus there. So that's R.226 SR utility van. So I'll look at my notes from 58 to 63. Let's see if we can just have a quick look at the model there. So we've got all those doors, they do open. And again, I'll put an insert picture in there. You can see the doors open, and a lot of play value, I think. And these are available in maroon and later in a couple of shades of blue, I think. Or was it same shade of blue, different roofs? So what have we got next? We've got mainline brake second coach, green with seats, R.220. So the coaches were available sort of 57 to 62. So what was that? I'll say that one was the brake. And we just have a swift look through the window there. You can see that this one has its seating unit in there. we've got ribbed roofs and curved ends on the coaches. So that's utility van and brake. Let's remember to get these boxes out of the way. Now this box has seen better days on this end. I think this is the restaurant. Let's grab the other end of the box. So what do we got there? R.220 restaurant car green with seats. I think that's a price just scribbled into there as well. Let's have a glance at that. So we've got sort of mustard yellowy brown type curtains. Again, a bit of shrinkage going on there. So beautiful looking thing. I do like this this colour. I did have these out, I think, with the L1, and then I was going to get the Winston Churchill out, and then something else happened. So let's go for the final box. So we've got the mainline composite coach, green with seats, R.221, and let's have a look at that. We've got one of those down there. Again, you can see quite brightly coloured. So I don't think it's white. It's a sort of an off-white seating unit, although the seating unit in the restaurant car appears to be white, but I think it's sort of slightly off, sort of greeny blue white in the brake, and the coach there again. Nice ribbed roofs. It's a really lovely thing. I'll have a quick look at the locomotive here. So I did show one of these quite a time ago. I think I had a Pullman coach and a couple of other things. One of the Continental sleeper cars with it. That was not an early one, a later one with a synchro smoke unit. You can't get anything like the smoke out of that you can get out of this. Although that model is a great deal more powerful. The motor has got a great deal more punch to it. So yeah, so let's put these boxes away. We'll have a quick glance over the catalogue. So let's get these off the rails. So running out of space here. So we'll put that down there. Why don't we just back that? Actually, no, we'll bring that onto the inside line and give it a swift run around that inside line, and we will genuinely have a look at the catalogue. There we go. Just while I remember, let's bring that onto the inside line there. I'm just going to close out those points before we run back into them. So I want to make that one curved, and I'm going to do the other end because there will be a disaster later on. Some of the recent videos have had a number of things not as they should be. There we go. So let's have a look over the catalogue. Terrific looking image on the front there. Got the Britannia 6th edition. This has had some liquid spilt on it in the past before it came to me. Very sort of foxing or mottling to the paper. So there we go. Yeah, I wonder what was spilt on that. Probably better not to think about it, really. So there we go, R.356, 462 Battle of Britain class, 7P 5F Winston Churchill. Is that the class? The class of locomotive, the power there. Somebody will correct me on this. Green livery with smoke. So that's this wonderful image there. Is that the same? Have we got a sticker like that on the box? I know some boxes. No, it hasn't. It just says with smoke. Some of the earlier boxes did actually have a sticker. I've got a Princess with a sticker like that on it. So a little sticker like that saying with smoke. So we won't get too bogged down in the catalogue. Here we go, R3810, still being sold as separate items at that stage. Let's just have a glance at the coaches while we're here. So wonderful item. I've got the EMU there, slightly later variant than the one I have. Well, I do have that variant, but it's not on the rails. So there we go. There's the coaches. So we've got a brake R.220, restaurant R.229, another coach. Sorry, not another. A coach. We've got a pair of coaches here, R.221, and then we've got the utility R.226. This looks like it could be an L1 there. So I think we'll get rid of the catalogue and have a little bit more fun, or perhaps disasters with the running. So where did I leave it? Let's come back around here. So I'm just going to nervously check these points behind me here. I think we're all good. I wonder whether we can get it just to give a bit of a puff of smoke on this inside line. Yeah, we're getting a little bit in evidence there. Yeah, and shame we don't have the function for smell on the video here, because it really is quite tremendous. It has quite a characterful sound as well, the motor within that sort of square body. So why don't we get this back onto the other line? So I'm going to fiddle with some point work so we can return that back to the outside. So we want this one. I had to turn that the wrong way, and then I want the crossover there. So that's got to be down for curved. Got it right. So pick up the correct controls. The trying trains are on this one today. So let's get that underway. I'm going to be a little bit more sedate with it. Just looking out the window, it's about to pour down yet again. There hasn't been many days without rain in the last few weeks. So I'm looking at this expecting an uncoupling at any stage for some reason. There we go. Now I'm just going to play with those points again. So we'll go straight, and then the blue one over here straight. So if we shift a couple of other points, we can get that EMU for a quick run around while we're at it. Ooh, it's the concentration. So ear defenders at the ready. Let's give that a go. So let's bring that to the station there. And if I isolate that, I think we'll get that locomotive onto the inside line and see if we can have a little bit of double running. So I've got I could show you what I'm doing. So that's the isolating switch for the station. It hits it at both ends. And now let's go for that one and that one. Left the controls behind me. I think we'll just be about all right with the batteries. So let's give that some power. So what I want to do is just roll it forwards. And I'm going to bring that around. And I'm going to remember as hard as I can to try and change the points behind me. There we go. So I want the green one straight, and then that one. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. It's the one next to the signal box, so we want to go curved with that one. And then this one, I should have left these like they were earlier on. Actually, no, I wouldn't have been able to do this. You have to excuse me just rambling away here. There we go. And then the blue one again. And then I'm going to split it into two railways. Wrong controller. So let's give that a little power now. we've got something just come adrift there. Or it very much sounded like it, but did you hear that? Let's go backwards. I don't think that's going to collide with the tunnel. It definitely sounded like something was adrift, or had I forgotten that point? I'm sure somebody will let me know. So let's go and look at that sky out there. It's about to pour down. So we are the 10th of January at the moment. So I've got the afternoon off. It sounds an awful lot more convincing that time around. So we think how crude these things are. Sleeved wheels, open axle boxes. The wheels open and close, or they should open and close. Sometimes they don't, which I think is what tends to cause the issue sometimes. And you get a set of wheels presenter, something like this, and it can cause all sorts of issues, or into a curve and it'll begin to climb out. So let's close that one, and then the green one, the crossover. Very technical term, calling them green. So let's get the EMU back round to the station. Actually, why don't we split this into two railways, because that's what I said I was going to do, isn't it? So we'll do that and then that. So we're on two railways, and we'll swap the handheld around because I want the Winston Churchill on the outside there. So, and then let's see if we can just let that run around by itself. Sorry, I'm just looking at that control and wondering why I've picked it up, because that's for something different altogether. Yeah, there's something sounding not convincing there. Let's just follow that around. So one of those coaches, you keep getting a vicious clonk from it. There we go, fresh battery on, and I've swapped the coach around, so front to back. One of the wheels, set to wheels, although I can't remember whether it was the lead one or the trailing one, on the rear bogie as it is now, wasn't opening and closing quite as it should be. We were just talking about that as well, the crudeness of these things. So let's get this changed, and we'll get the EMU back round to the station. And grab the controls, are just to my left here, so we'll give this a bit of power. I'll have definitely checked the points and reset them. So let's give that a go now. So I think I had this previously set to run the Winston Churchill around, but let's get this through here. I think we'll give that a little bit more of a run around. I know a number of people had said they like to see things running in opposite directions. I always find this even more complicated than running everything the same direction. There we go. So why don't we just leave those there running like that, and we'll tempt fate and we'll get the Southern Suburban train out of there. So I just need to do points number 1 over there. Actually, I can't get that around there. There you go. You should be able to see that one. And let's give that a little power. I'm just going to reach down and change the points behind me. So that's all underway. All looking remarkably good. So I think if we're lucky, we might be able to get the Bristol Castle. Let's see if we can get a few more trains in the shot. Although I was expecting the Bristol Castle to move off there, and I've realised my mistake. So I need that. So perhaps this time, let's catch up. Suburban train over there, EMU over there, this time with the Bristol Castle. Let's see if we can get her to settle down a little. Now that really is quite a tremendous noise now. And I'm going to get the Winston Churchill on the go now, so that means we've got to get the EMU into the station. So let's see if we can concentrate on that now for a while. It's tempting to take your eyes off and look over your shoulder at this stage, so I'm just trusting everything else is going to behave itself. We'll stop that there, and we need a couple of points to change here, so we need to go straight and straight, and then ideally, there we go. I did hear something go clonk behind me. No, everything seems to still be running. So I'm just going to run back into the station. I'm just going to put the controls down and we'll see if we can get a few interesting shots of things. Bristol Castle's storming in. I should pass back through the station. I think we do have smoke evident now. Right, that's all quite satisfying. I have to admit, I'm quite pleased that there hasn't been an accident yet. But with that in mind, I think probably it's time to bring these things to rest. And I'm going to start on the inside line with this 262 tank locomotive to start with. So, if I grab the controls on that. Nice gentle stop there. And then what have we got? The Bristol Castle storming around here. So let's bring that gently to a stop in the station there. Got that. And then what have we got? We've got the Winston Churchill. I think we'll let that run a bit. I think we might be easing off on the smoke at the moment. There's still a little bit there. But I think if we get that 3-rail suburban train, let's see if we can catch that. There it is. And I think we're going to bring that to a stop under the window, just next to the Bristol Castle. About there. And that just leaves the Winston Churchill. Let's see if we can catch up with that. Let's give it a little bit more power, just to encourage a little bit more smoke just before we go. But I will leave a little bit of footage of it on the rolling road with a good burst of smoke. I think we might be all out of smoke juice. But I think that's been a pretty good run out of it. They do get quite hot, these things, so it's perhaps time to give it a bit of a rest. So we'll bring this into the trying station, and I think we'll probably call it a day. It's a nice gentle stop. And thanks again for watching. If you look back again next time, we'll try and have something else interesting to look at. Goodbye now.